Hello everyone, I'm Sean. Alright, and this is Everyday Food Reviews. Today I've got a takeaway from Sapporo Teppanyaki in Liverpool via Deliveroo. Now this is a restaurant on Duke Street. I understand a lot of the point of teppanyaki ordinarily is the experience. You've got the chefs there who cook the food in front of you and what have you. But on Deliveroo this was 20% off, presumably to, it's a bit cheaper, but you're not getting that experience of going in there and seeing all the cooking and the showmanship and what have you. But I've ordered quite a bit. It's payday. I thought push the boat out a little bit and get a bit of a video. So what you see here is half a portion of everything because I've shared it with my girlfriend who's eating downstairs while I do the video. So we've got the special Sapporo, which is a mixture of things. That comes with the California rolls, these cucumber things I can't remember the name of, and then you've got the nigiri, which is a piece of rice with the fish on top of it, and we've got one with tuna, one with prawn, one with sea bass and one with salmon. And then we've got the sashimi, which is a similar thing, but the cuts are thicker and there's no rice. We've got a portion of noodles, a portion of lotus root crisps, and a portion of miso chicken soup in the bowl. I think with that we'll get a thumbnail. And a portion of noodles as well, a portion of yakisoba noodles. Sorry, I'm looking at the thing. I don't often have Japanese food or sushi or that sort of thing. I've been to Yo Sushi a couple of times, but beyond that, I'm pretty inexperienced with it. So the soft shell crab came with a spicy mayonnaise sauce, and the nigiri came with some wasabi and this vegetable, not sure what it is, and some pickled ginger and a small tub of soy sauce. So we'll start with the soup because that's going to be going cold. Everything else already is cold apart from the noodles and the crab. But you can see it's got the bits of greenery in there and the chicken. It's got bits of spring onion in there. Now the chicken, they were quite generous with it. I mean, this is half the portion, and you can see there's a lot of actual. I don't know if you can see because I can't tilt the bowl up too much, but there is a lot of actual chicken in there. The flavour is really savoury, but it's not overpowering or too rich. It's very nice. It's very nice indeed. These lotus root crisps, I got these because these were only a couple of quid. I mean, the prices on this menu I'm looking at are the full prices. You take 25% off, that's what I actually paid. I think altogether this was about £39, so it was a bit more, well, it was a lot more than I'm usually willing to spend on a takeaway. But the noodles were only £3 and these crisps were only £3, so 25% off, £2.40. I thought I'd give them a go for that. Those are really nice. There's a bit of a sweetness to them, and presumably they're seasoned with a bit of salt because there's a little bit of saltiness, but they don't taste of a lot. I think they're more for the texture than anything else. But they're really nice. I'll dig into the noodles, which in terms of mass is probably the bulk of this plate. I'll just give them a go. I only ordered the noodles because I was aware that the other stuff might not be very filling, and I thought for the sake of £3, if I'm spending over 30 quid, I want to be full up at the end of it. These noodles are nice. There's a sweetness and a spiciness to whatever they've coated them with, and a slight sourness. So there's obviously some sort of sauce or seasoning. They are quite sticky, but it's fine. I'm eating with a knife and fork. I can't. I lack the manual dexterity for chopsticks. I've tried on multiple times. I thought it'd be less embarrassing to just use a knife and fork than it would be to try and use chopsticks. I hope no one considers that to be disrespectful. It's just my personal preference. I think that forkful of noodles had a little bit of wasabi on it. I'm going to try these cucumber things that I can't remember the name of. So far I'm very impressed with this. They're nice, they're very fresh and light. That's really good. Now these California rolls are coated in some sort of roe, which put my girlfriend off a lot, unfortunately, but I'm a big fan of that. And they're filled with what looks to be I've forgotten the word for it, but the seafood sticks, crab sticks, and avocado and cucumber, it looks like. That's really nice. The roe on there provides a nice bit of texture, with a bit of a salty kick. But so I said I'll use a knife and fork, and I'm using my fingers. I'm wary of the rice things. As soon as I put my fork into it, it's going to fall apart. I mean, that's why you use chopsticks in the first place. I'll try the prawn nigiri, and I won't try the other nigiri on camera. I'll just try the sashimi because you know it's the same meat. The rice is nice. It's falling apart there. That's my fault. That prawn's delicious. That doesn't taste really fishy at all, which it's my understanding that that's a sign of it being nice and fresh. So that's really wonderful. I'll try a small piece of this sea bass. I want to try it with and without the pickled ginger and the wasabi. So that's a piece of sea bass. And the texture on it's wonderful, but as you might expect, it is a little bit bland. So I'm going to try it with some wasabi and some pickled ginger. That's delicious. It's really delicious food. I mean, it is expensive. Objectively, you look at this plate of food and think that's cost nigh 20 quid. But you're paying a lot with this sort of stuff for the craftsmanship of it. You know, not just anybody could put this plate together. I think that's really where the value is in this sort of thing. So, salmon. That's some really delicious salmon. I'm just going to try the tuna quickly. And cheers. I really can't fault this. It's incredible. I'm really enjoying this. Try this vegetable. Not sure what it is. Perhaps somebody can enlighten me. It's stringy and it looks like it's going to be crunchy. It is crunchy. It's pretty bland, but you know, I've got soy sauce. Anything I say is a bit bland. I mean, I don't think they use excessive amounts of seasoning because you've got condiments, you've got wasabi, pickled ginger, and soy sauce. So you know, you can have as much or as little as you want to your liking, which is nice. Now, I'm going to try the thing I was most excited to try, which is the soft shell crab. I've never had it before. I've heard about soft shell crab. I've always wanted to try it, but I never have. So, what soft shell crab is? It's a whole crab, but you can eat the whole thing. So the dish is called soft shell crab picante, and we had two crabs that were both cut in half. So we've got, you know, a full crab each, and the whole thing's lightly battered, and you've got the mayonnaise, and you can dip it in, and you just eat it whole, as I understand. I just tried a leg of it there. It's got a really lovely savoury flavour to it. So I've got some of the sauce because I shared the sauce out, so I've got some on there. I'm going to take a bite out of the bottom here, and then take a bite out of it with the sauce. Cheers. That's delicious. Like I say, I've never had soft shell crab before. I think this coating does have a bit of seasoning on. I'll try it with the sauce. The sauce tastes like a kind of mayonnaise version of whatever they put on the noodles. It's a similar sort of flavour. It's incredible. I can't fault this meal. The only thing I could say is it's expensive. That's the only thing I could say about it. It's delicious. It really is. I won't go there again in a hurry. I can't afford £30–40 on takeaways, more than very occasionally. But next time I'm in the mood for a treat. I mean, I said it's payday today. It's also Tuesday, and I've been told today that I'm returning to work full time next week, so I won't be furloughed at all anymore, so my pay will return to normal and everything. I'm really happy about that, so I thought I'll have a bit of a celebratory meal. And I'm really glad. I was apprehensive because I wasn't sure about the value of it, because, you know, without seeing it, and if you're in the restaurant you can say, oh yeah, you're paying extra for the experience and push the boat out, but with it being on Deliveroo and not being able to see how much I'm getting, I was a bit apprehensive about the value. But the portions are, the portions are better than I'd hoped for, or at least as good as I'd hoped for. So I'd certainly recommend it if you're into this sort of stuff, if you don't mind spending that much money, if you can afford it. I know I will be going there again, but it will probably be a few months away. But I will definitely be going there again. I really enjoyed that. Like I say, I've not had the soft shell crab before. That's I was thinking while I was eating it. If you've not had it before and you want to know what it's like, I would say it's a lot like calamari. If you've had calamari before, you know, the small little battered squids, or squid. And if you've had sort of regular crab, dressed crab, it's kind of halfway in between those, I would say. In terms of texture, it's more like the calamari because it's crunchy and you've got, you know, little bits in there that you just eat whole, like the small calamari. But in terms of the flavour, it does taste like crab. So that's what I'd say about that. Overall, fantastic meal. I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased with it. So yeah, I'll put a link to the restaurant. I believe they've got locations in Liverpool and Manchester. I don't think it's a chain. I think they've just got a couple of locations. They got the menu online, and the online prices that you can see for the dining in are the same as the pre-discount prices on Deliveroo. I know a lot of places for Deliveroo they put the price right up. But this one, it says save 20%. You are genuinely saving 20% compared to the sit-down dine-in prices. Excuse me. Delivery is £2.50, and then you've got the 50p delivery service charge. So, you know, a lot of the time if you're spending a tenner, £3 delivery can sting a little bit, but £3 delivery when you're spending £35 on it anyway. It's I mean, it's the same amount objectively, but as a percentage of the meal, it doesn't sting as much. So, yeah, I would highly recommend if you're into seafood and Japanese food. I'd like to try more things on there. There's going through the menu, I could hardly see a single thing I didn't want to try, but you know, I needed to draw the line somewhere. So that's what I've done. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm gonna go downstairs and join my girlfriend and finish this off. And thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Cheers.